I hate doing these sort of videos. I look a tool, but I don't care. So it has to be said. The whole argument about women's football has reared back round again, I've noticed, on social media as well. And a lot of the things that have been said is just stupid. Just plain stupid. Yesterday's Japan-Argentina game, one of the Japanese players took a throw in. Messed it up a little bit. Fair play. We've all done that. People have played the game of football. We've all done that. But the amount of abuse that was going around on Twitter, taking the piss out of him, man. And I'm sat here thinking, for the last 5 or 6 years, I watched Ashley fucking Young. Ashley Young, an England international. Someone's on 150, 200 grand a week. Can't take a corner, mate. He can't take a corner to save his life. He can't even beat the first man 7 times out of 10. You know, and that's an England international footballer. A professional footballer that's been, what is he, 35, 36? And he can't cross a football. And yet this Japanese girl, you know, makes a little bit of a mess of a throw-in, and then everyone's like, oh, she should stick to cleaning, cooking, ironing, and all that other bollocks. Mate, it's the 21st century, fella. Get over it. Everyone makes mistakes. You know, I watch a Manchester United team for the last 5 or 6 years, week in, week out, pay my own money to go to Old Trafford. Watch some of them just put in absolute dross performances. They don't give a Scooby-Doo, half of them. And yet, because the females' game's on, people think it's all right to, like, chuck a little bit of fucking hate out of there. Like, you know, I just don't care. I don't care, man. You know, if I watch the female game, women's game, who gives a shit? You know, no one's forcing anybody to watch if you don't like it. You know, I'm absolutely not forcing anyone to sit down or gone to somebody's head, sit down, you must watch this Women's World Cup. Everyone's got a choice in life. Everyone's got, like, you know, no one's forcing anybody to sit down and watch the Women's World Cup. But to say, what's this shit doing? People say, what's this shit doing on my television screens? Why shouldn't it be on the television screens? I'd rather watch the Women's World Cup in this dross Nations League that's been going on, whatever it's been called. I'm not bothered, mate. I'm not bothered about that. You know, at the end of the day, football is football. They're still just like the male players. They're athletes. They're serious athletes. You know, they run rings around me. Or the ordinary Joe plays Sunday League. Everyone's like, oh, it's the Sunday League the Sunday League average. You know, I've seen better at Sunday League. Mate, if you want to watch Sunday League football, no one's stopping you. But just don't go fucking saying all that. Mate, for me, the Scottish fucking Premier League's, men's Scottish Premier League's fucking Sunday League level. It's dross. You wonder why Celtic and Rangers want to play in England. It's dross. But I don't go slagging off people that go and watch Scottish football. Rangers and Celtic got some of the most passionate fans in the world. But I don't go, oh, well, you're shit, you know, fucking just stick to fucking washing your car on a Sunday morning. Go and watch that shit. It's just the same, mate. I don't understand it. I really don't understand why people would hate would seriously, some of the shit that you see, either posted to the girls or sent to the girls or replied, some of them I'm fucking shaking my head going, what are you on, mate? You know, some of the abuse they get, you know, it's just unwarranted. It's not called for. You know, football is a people's game. It's not just a man's game. It's not a manly game. You know, it's a people's game. Every fucker plays football. Every fucker watches football. You know, I know a lot of girls that go watch Manchester United men's team that are accepted into a male environment, that are accepted into, you know, they're, you know, one of them. They're hardcore, you know. A lot of these are hardcore to go home and away, Europe, abroad, pre-season. And they've accepted. Why is it any different for a female footballer being accepted? Exactly the same as a male footballer. You know, I just don't get it. I just really don't get it. It's just fucking, you know, no one's forcing anyone to watch anything they don't want to watch. You know, I'm not saying you can't criticise. constructive criticism. I can't even say the fucking word. But criticise constructively. Don't fucking criticise like you're trying to be Johnny 10 man or whatever, you know, trying to look hard and impress your mates on social media or down at the pub. Who gives a shit, man? No, seriously, some of you need to like just grow up a little bit, you know. One day that could be your daughter. You know, you could have kids and that could be your daughter playing football or wants to play football. And someone's throwing out a comment like, fucking, should be in the kitchen, mate. Fuck, shut the fuck up, fella. Seriously. It's not, mate, it's not even anything to be proud of. You know. Football is watched and taken part more than any sport in the world. 3.5 billion people either watch the game or take part in the game. 3.5 billion. You know, it's not just your game because your name's Joe Bloggs and you go to every single fucking male game that you could think of. You know, you go to all the Arsenal games, you go all to England games, all that shit. Football don't belong to you. Football belongs to that community, that 3.5 billion people that either choose to take part, watch it, or do both. Or they do both. A lot of people do both. But, you know, it's just winds me up, man. You know, just of it. It seems to me that we always come back to the same fucking conversations every time. Oh, why? Why is this on? Why is that on? They want equal pay. They don't deserve equal pay. They're not as good. They don't rake in the money. The standard is Sunday league. Blah, 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 blah. Man, I've heard it all before, brother. They're not on about wanting to be paid the same as the men. If you listen to them, or actually fucking read what they're saying, some of them are saying they want to be paid a little bit better because they're fucking serious athletes at the end of the day. They're athletes. And yet some of you are treating them like there's some fucking housewife from fucking, you know, that just belongs in the fucking kitchen, man, cooking your tea and fucking cleaning your dishes and shit like that. Mate, some of them are really fucking, really good players. Really, really top athletes, man. You know, it just winds me up. Why is football the only sport this ever comes up on? I don't see this coming up when the athletics, the Olympics are on. I don't see anybody going, oh, that athletes, women's athletics, let's just fucking turn it off. They should be cooking and cleaning. I never see anything about that like that in the Olympic Games or anything like that. It just seems to me with football, everyone seems to think it's a manly thing. It's not just a manly thing, it's everyone's game. Could be the kids down the fucking road from you. You know, it's their game too. You know, boys, girls, women, men. It's supposed to be one whole fucking big community, one big fucking game. You know, it just winds me up. Oh, they're not like the men's. They're not fucking They don't got the physicality like the men. They don't run. Blah blah blah. It's not going to pace the men's game. Let's be fair. The Premier League is played at a very, very fast and furious pace. Mostly. There's some games where there isn't, but, you know, mostly played at a fast and furious. But you go to La Liga in Spain, it's played at a slower pace. A lot of us that are accustomed to watch United in Europe, or we watch European football, we know the game's a lot slower than the Premier League. It's played at a lot of slower pace. Not everything's played at 100 mile an hour. I think people got to get that out of their heads, you know. But saying that though, some of these girls, they'll outrun in fact, all of them would outrun you, me, Jim, Bob, Charlie from down the road. They'll outrun us in a bleep test. They're killers in a bleep test. Because they're serious athletes, mate. They're not just walked up off the streets and saying, oh, look, I've got my £5 subs money. Bang, put it there in the manager's hand and go, I'll play today. It's not Sunday League, man. It's not Sunday League. It's not amateur. It's not, you know. It's a serious professional sport, you know, which is becoming bigger and it's becoming better. And it's improving year upon year upon year. And yes, it's still a lot to work on in the women's game. I'm not disputing that. I'm not doubting that. But it's getting there. It's getting better. It's getting a lot better than what it was when I was certainly a teenager kid. The standard is shot up so much that fucking, you can watch it, you can enjoy it, But everybody's a choice in life. No one's saying you can't watch it. You know what I mean? I don't like reality TV. I'm not watching Love Island. But for the people that do watch Love Island, I don't go, that fucking you're a mom for watching that fucking Love Island, love. I don't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? But why should people then judge people that play or watch the women's game? You know what I'm saying? It just fucking baffles me, man. I'm baffled. I'm just fucking going on a rant and not making much sense. But you get what I mean. You get what I mean. Just stupid, man. It's just fucking, you know. I've seen a lot of men play the game of football and make absolute fucking howlers. And I watched football. Am I 32 in August? I watched football for a good 26, 27 years of my life. And I've seen the very fucking best male professional footballers make absolute fucking clangers over the years. And I mean absolute clangers. But for some reason, because it's a woman and it's women's football, they make one slight little mistake and it's blown up everywhere. Oh, they want equal pay, they want this, they want that. The Sunday League standard, blah, 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 blah. That's what you think, pal. That's what you think. But don't just go down and ram things down the throats like fucking comments that fucking that it shouldn't be. We shouldn't. You don't say that to your fucking work colleague who might be female. You don't say, "Oh, fucking, you belong in the kitchen," blah 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 blah. You don't say that shit to them. You know what I mean? They're just as good. I work with girls in my job, and some of them are better than me. Lifting heavy parcels, some of them are better than me and quicker than me. I'm just a fat ginger lad that fucking, huffs some puss every 2 minutes, but that's what I'm saying now. They do the same job and they get paid exactly the same as me in the day. So no one's going, oh, because she's a woman, she should get paid exactly the same as me. She should be in the kitchen doing fucking dishes and cleaning. Fuck. It winds me up. Professional football is a job. It's their job. You drop down from the WSL into the Championship. Some of these are working 2 or 3 jobs and they go to training in the evening and fucking, get through their training for a couple of hours and going home, getting some kit, going back to work. Some of these are holding down 2 or 3 jobs in the Championship, in the Women's Championship, because they're part-time. Not everything's full-time in the women's game. Some of these work their ass off. 2, maybe 3 jobs, and then football training in between that and all that. And it's fucking, and then some of you just sat on your ass at home. Somebody who probably ain't got a job yourselves, just sat at home. And just fucking judging people. It's like fucking, let them play. Just don't fucking be a dickhead. That's what I'm trying to say. Gonna put some criticism across, do it constructively. I think so-and-so could do that a little bit better. Maybe they should add this to the game or do that to the game. Instead of saying things like, oh, you're just a Barbie doll with fucking extensions in your hair, fucking trying to play football. What the hell is that shit, man? Seriously, who fucking hell comments something like that? There's some of the comments sound really fucking childish. I sound fucking childish even saying it. And it's like, yeah, we're just fucking... Mate, shut the fuck up, man. Seriously. I mean, I should shut the fuck up, really, because I'm going off on one. But, it has to be said, man. Just no one's forced you to watch it. The women's game is seriously under-advertised in this country. And yet people are acting like it's been forced down their throat. They're properly rammed down the throat. It's the first ever Women's World Cup I've ever known any players get advertised on street advertising boards, for example. Do you know when you walk around various parts of Manchester and there's got a few of the lionesses up on billboards and that? I've never seen that before. I've never ever seen that before. And an artist painting pictures and paintings on the side of buildings and paintings, painting selfies, if you like, of these players on the side of the buildings. I've never seen that before for the women's game. Some people are acting like, oh, yeah, it's been proper rammed down their throat. Maybe it seems like it is, maybe a little bit on the social media, because there's nothing else on, really. Football season's over now. The men's football season's over. And nobody really gives, I don't really give a dicky boo about the UEFA Nations League, or whatever it's called. But, you know, that's probably maybe why you're probably seeing it a little bit more. But it's like the BBC show, what, two games maybe on the actual BBC channel, and the other two are on the red button. So it's not exactly thrust down your throat. It's not like the Men's World Cup where you got BBC and ITV showing games all day near enough, you know. Just the BBC surely just showing maybe one game and then the other two on the iPlayer or the red button. Or it'd be two games on the telly and then the other two or one on the red button. It's not as though they've got BBC One and BBC Two, both going, you know, both alternating with women's games. You know, it's just, it winds me up, man. It just winds me up, mate, you know. And, you know, I'll admit, I admit, I knew absolutely fuck all about the women's game before this season, before Manchester United even had a team. You know, I knew nothing. I could probably name you 3 players, but that's about it. 2, maybe 3 off the top of my head. I didn't know what to expect when I first went down to the Sports Village and watched the women. But it's been a real eye-opener. It's been a real eye-opener this season, you know. And it's refreshing to watch a Manchester United team that actually fucking gives a shit, that actually cares for the badge. For far too long now, I watched the men's team. And I'm not saying every single player don't care, but there are some in that men's team that don't give a Scooby-Doo, mate. They don't give a shit. They're there for the fucking money. You know what I mean? They're not there for the club. They're not there for the badge. They're not there for the fans. And I know the first ones that, you know, it's like down tools. The first one's the down fucking tools. And I put up with that for the last 5 or 6 seasons now, watching absolute dross from them players. And 7 or 8 times out of 10, they're all fucking internationals as well. Full internationals for the country. And they're putting absolute dog shit performances in on the football pitch. And it's like, and then, so it's been so refreshing to watch a Manchester United team that actually fucking gives a shit, man, that actually cares about the badge this season. And I love I love that. Love that they love it. And the interaction with the fans is so much better than the men. Obviously, I know the men know a lot of money and everybody wants a piece, you know, everybody wants something, you know, wants a picture, a selfie, or something signed by. I couldn't understand from a male footballer's point of view where, you know, you probably come from a little bit there, you know, that you don't have the time to personally oversee everybody. But these girls, they take the time out to look after you. You know, they appreciate the sport. They take the time out to look after you, you know. But if a few of the players provided for tickets for certain games, man, didn't have to do that. They didn't know they didn't have to do it, but they did it because they appreciate us. You know, they did it as they probably probably thinking, well, we should thank them some way of sticking by us and supporting us the way that we have done. You know, they take a lot of time out for the kids. Take a lot of time out for the kids, man. You know, signing stuff, talking to them at the pitch side and what have you. But half the time, it's hard just to get the Manchester United first team, the men's first team, away from home, especially in Europe, to come over and clap you before they go off the fucking pitch. Half of them are down the fucking tunnel before you can even say boo to a ghost. You know what I mean? Instead of coming to wherever the away fans are, where behind the goal, to coming right up to the barriers and, you know, giving a clap and giving an applause. Half them fuckers are down the bastard tunnel before you can even fucking blink it, before you can blink. You know, it's just fucking stupid. Mate, I love football, man. I love any football, me. I watch 2 teams full of Eskimos playing, if I could. You know, my dad always joked, if it was a game in Antarctica between the Eskimos and the Penguins, I'd be there watching it. You know what I mean? It's just, look, listen, nobody's, as I said before, no one's forcing anyone to watch. No one's forcing anyone to watch what you don't want to watch. Don't watch it, son. So mute button on Twitter, mute all the women's, the hashtag Women World Cup thing. Mute it, mate, if you want to. If you don't want to unfollow people if it's doing your head in. But don't go to throwing abuse at people like fucking left, right, and centre and going, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. You should be doing it. It's Sunday League standard. Why are you watching that? Why are you fucking doing that? It's stupid, man. It's stupid. I'm only 20 minutes into this goddamn video. I didn't realise I was ranting for all that long. But, yeah, has to be said there, man. Women's World Cup, been all right for me. Been really good. And I'm not the biggest international fan in the world, me. I hate international football. I think it's a bore. I really do think it's boring. As a Man United fan, I don't follow England because of all the shit that our players have got over the years from England fans. So that's the reason I don't follow the men's England team. I'm not really bothered about. The only time I ever pay attention is when the World Cup's on, maybe. I watch a little bit on the telly, but I've never been to an international tournament. I've never been, just something that does not interest me, mate. Just does not interest me. I watch it, but club football rules for me. Club football is where it's at, man. For me, I can't get behind players that have absolutely slated all season. I can't. Back in the day, I couldn't get behind Steven Gerrard for England. I hate the guy, man. Great footballer, but I hate the guy. I could be there supporting him for freaking England. But it's my choice. I don't go slagging people off that go and spend a lot of hard-earned cash to go and watch England abroad in the World Cup, in the European Championships, in this whatever this new tournament's called. I don't UEFA Nations League, whatever. I don't bash them at all, unless they're being pricks over there and getting themselves into trouble and, being an embarrassment to English football again, which has happened. Surprise, surprise. But it's one of those, mate. I don't follow international football, but I don't say anybody that does follow international football. I just straight up down the middle. I don't follow international football much. I just cannot get into it. I went to watch the Lionesses. It's Walsall and it's the Amex in Brighton. And also watched Scotland in between that as well. And I just couldn't get into it, mate. As hard as I tried, I enjoy watching the games, but I just could not get into it. I just could not get passionate for it. I just like, something missing, something not right here. The club game for me, I could get back and sing, I could stand up, I can show passion, I could shed tears, whatever it may be. But for the international game, I just cannot do it. I just can't get behind the players that are your rivals week in, week out. I just can't do it, mate. It's just not me. But that's like any Man United fan, really. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Man United fans that do follow England, but there's a huge chunk of us that, for the men's, this is the men's game. But there's a lot of us that don't. For the years of abuse, talking Beckham, Phil Neville, Rooney, Gary Neville's had a bit of shit as well, Yet, you look at the team, what's the one team that's produced more players than for the men's England national team? Manchester United. Yeah, we're the first one. They're the first players to get absolute fucking shit from the press, from the fucking fans. Throw it at them. Whatever, mate, for England men's team. That's no way a reflection of the Lionesses, because I could watch the Lionesses. I can happily watch the Lionesses over England's men's national team. But as I said, mate, everyone's got different opinions. Everyone's got different views, but no one's fucking, trying to act like 10 men, Johnny fucking big man bollocks, you know what I mean? So why do people do it for the women's game? Why do people want to throw out comments, the hurtful comments, man? Fucking does it. I mean, Phil Neville used to be on Twitter, didn't he? And then he had to shut it down not long after becoming, was it Lioness's boss or something? He had to shut it down or something because the hate he was getting on there. And And some of the shit he was getting on Instagram, I'm surprised he's not shut that down. But why should Phil Neville, treble winner for Manchester United, why should Phil Neville shut it down, shut his Twitter down because of fucking idiots? Mindless fucking idiots, man. You know, Guy's a legend to me. Him and Gary won the fucking treble, lads. You know what I mean? How many footballers can say that? I won the treble. I won the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League all in one season. The proper treble. Not many people could say that in the men's game. You know, the guy's gone and you know took charge of the Lionesses, and he's getting shit for it. But saying that though, some England fans are just exactly the same in the women's game as well, because the amount of shit I've seen about Phil Neville. And the reason why they're saying that is because he's ex-Man United. We all know that. But the guy in big tournaments, I mean, friendlies, you're there to experiment. You're there to try new things, try new formations, try players in different positions. But the guy, when it comes to the big time games, the guy's produced. The guy's won the fucking She's Believes trophy. In his first trophy, first bit of silverware he could go for, he's actually won it. So he's won his first World Cup game. Yeah, he still gets shit for it. He still gets hate for it. I think football fans can be very fickle sometimes. They really do. You know, but just fucking... Yeah, I probably ranted on long enough anyway. Everyone just take a chill pill. If you don't like the women's game, just take a chill. Don't watch it. Don't, you know what I mean? But don't go abusing players and players' families and people that support and watch the women's game. Don't fucking abuse them. What does that prove? What does that prove? Oh, yeah, I'm big and hard. I'm fucking Michelin man, fucking Gary from down the road. You know, fucking my opinion counts and no one else's does. You know, everyone's the world. If everyone had the same opinion and like the same thing, the world would be fucking boring. You know what I'm saying? But then to fucking, you know what I mean? No one's fucking saying, watch this, watch that, you must do this, you must do that. Life's full of choices, lads and lasses. Life's full of fucking choices. Don't want to watch it, you don't want to do something, don't do it, fellas, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fucking do it. Just do what you love doing, man. And, you know, but just leave the abuse. Leave the abuse to yourself. Have it in your own fucking head. Keep it in your own fucking head, man. You know, but don't just go on social media like fucking Jimmy Five Bellies. Fucking I rule the world. My opinion counts. No, that bollocks. Just treat it with respect, man, and fucking just chill out. Just treat the girls with respect, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Yeah, serious athletes, and yeah, you know what it's like. Anyway, I rambled on long enough. Nearly half an hour, so best shut up now. Peace out.